How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, today's one of those days. Um, let's hope. I hope it's not for you though. How are things on your end?
Things are okay. I just woke up basically, so I don't know what it what the day has in store, I guess.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I know that you've been mentioning Falco. Uh, I think that that was the last big thing we talked, kind of glossed over when we were talking about this. Like you said, you wanted to understand reversal conditions better. Um, Can you tell me a bit more? Do you have any more examples? Because I know you mentioned drill on. Was it drill on shield or spot dodge or?
Uh, drill on I guess I've been noticing that um that I will think that I'll have a drill that's like has a guaranteed follow up, and then suddenly I get shined through the drill, and I'm guessing that what's happening is um well, I guess there's two possibilities. One is they just crouched and I didn't realize it, and so they're low profiling my drill. But I feel like that's recognizable because I just see their percent doesn't go up, so I know what's happening there. And
Mm-hmm.
then I guess sometimes maybe they're just jumping into my drill and I'm not, and it's like at the very beginning of their jump, and so I don't realize it, and then they can just mash shine and get out of it. But I'm not sure if that's actually a thing that happens.
I would say that's almost certainly it. Do you have any examples where it came up in a match?
So this is the bad thing is I for whatever reason whenever I want to focus on a character I don't get matches against them in unranked. I think I just
Okay.
have to play against them play against people at my local or play against my local Discord or something to start getting matches that we can look over.
That is strong.
Um
That's usually really good in general because there are also players that you are a little more familiar with. So there's kind of like if there's weird things you kind of are aware of them. Or player yeah, it's just good. It's more controlled practice basically. So yeah,
yeah.
strongly recommend. That said, so the big question I'd have then, if we don't have examples, what are the when you say that you figure it's a guaranteed drill, uh, what did they just do? Like, why do you think it's guaranteed? Like, that's the thing I think that we need to know.
Um I feel like when I feel like it's usually usually I'm going for this when they're uh kind of just short hop lasering in place, um or if they're trying to wall with up tilt or something like that. I think that's usually the scenarios where I'm seeing this and then uh think I have an opening and then suddenly get hit out of it. I'm trying to
Okay.
imagine other scenarios where that would come up, but that feels like the most likely ones.
So basically, would auto cancel back air be something that you'd go for a punish on? Like if you were say jumping around, anticipating laser or up tilt, and you saw auto cancel back air instead, you'd probably still go for it, right?
I feel like that, but I also I guess that's another thing that I wanted to ask about is I feel like I just a lot of my moves just lose to that, and so I I guess I guess when I see people spamming that I can up smash. Yeah, I guess auto cancel back here counterplay is something also that I had on my mind, but I don't think I wrote it out actually.
Okay. No. That's a good. It's a good one to be aware of. So, we have a few things on our list. We have a few things. So why shine no shine reversal. That's a big thing. You also mentioned auto cancel bear. And just kind of getting. I'd say that getting in on Falco in general sounds like it's kind of difficult right now.
It is, yeah, it's like getting in. I feel like he's easily the hardest character, or he's the character I have the hardest time getting in on. And I think Marth was also in that boat for me until we had our lesson. And then what's happened is I started recognizing a pattern. I think where on especially when we last talked, we focused a lot on Marth, how I could kind of start pulling him into my pace, I guess, rather than just you know if I feel like I need to force an engagement, just running and hoping that I can get an overshoot off into his dash dance or falling off of platforms and going for something. Like
Mm-hmm.
actually forcing him to engage with me, and then I can have my engagement has felt really good. So, and that's felt like a really huge change for me. But I think with Falco, I'm still stuck at like I um I have a hard time getting in, and so I like just force engagements to try and like add variance, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, and so like I guess maybe I need like ideas in terms of like how I can actually approach this more methodically because it felt like that, or it felt like we introduced like steps in like the Marth gameplay, I guess, and so it's felt really good since then.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I think I don't know the steps,
Okay.
and I guess one last thing that I wanted to add is, um, uh, I guess, well, sort of related, but also unrelated, is that like I want, I guess, I'm trying to think about like how I want to actually play versus Falcos that aren't going for engagement that are in like the corner, like underside plat or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like the two general things that I do are either try and go for like a running shine approach or something like that. Um,
Mm. Okay.
doesn't always work. It like feels 50-50, honestly. And then the other thing is like go on top of him and like fish for shield drop bear or um I don't know, whatever I do on the side plat also feels pretty 50-50 to be honest. Um so and like I guess like I could just hold my space and like try and play for power shield or something like that. I just am not very patient and so I feel like I try and force engagements rather than doing that. Um
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, that's another concept I guess I wanted to think about.
Okay. I'm trying to think like who would be the best person to watch versus for Fox Falco. I think that has some analysis is what we need is probably what we want because we want the steps. Um,
Yeah.
let's see here. Cody is like usually. Let's see here. Cody's my kind of my default. Let's see what we got here. What Falcos has he played? We could look at him versus Mango from something. I know they went game 5 at like Supernova
They
question
did,
mark.
or I think in winners they might have gone game 5.
Yeah, I think because losers was 3-1, I think.
And I
So
remember in losers, it felt like he was having a hard time approaching Mango too, to be honest. And so I was like looking at that, I was like, huh.
well, I mean, like,
It,
so the characters that are good versus Fox are basically the ones that can like that dominate a particular neutral game position that like normally traditionally goes to Fox,
mhm.
and then also have like for one reason or another have like a punish game that like keeps up with him. So like really you're looking at the the characters that like are good versus him are basically ones who do something better than him in combat in some position, and then aside from that they're also characters who more or less can like kill him on hit very consistently.
Mhm.
So when that list is basically like Marth and Falco, maybe Donkey Kong, kind of like right now, like currently, but that's basically your list. And then for characters that are like that are okay versus him, like probably lose, but like they're competitive. It's basically anyone else who fits that bill but doesn't like hit one of the requirements. Usually the combat one, because I think if you can't kill Fox, you're in trouble. So that would be like Sheik. It would be like Captain Falcon, Jigglypuff. Climbers are probably in there. Like they suck. Like they're not good against him by any means, but like Peach would be in there. Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
not good versus him, but like they have game because they can just like murder him.
Yeah.
Pika would be in there. But yeah, like without those attributes, you're like without at least some of those attributes, you're in real hot water versus him because there's only so many ways to combat his speed and neutral tools. So let's see here. Let's start with the obvious. So we're gonna go to battle. We begin on Battlefield. I think this is a good stage to look at, just generally speaking. Okay,
Do you think stages are important in this matchup, by the way?
absolutely. So this is. I think that like when I've talked with other Falco players, like they've generally told me they think that Battlefield's really good for Falco. I think it's
Battlefield and Stadium?
yeah. Battlefield and Stadium are the ones that come up. I think Battlefield's. I like Stadium. I think Battlefield also makes sense because like his full hop is so crazy here.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Like this is one of the stages where it's actually quite hard to like chase Falco. Um, yeah.
I have like I've just noticed that I tend to have better. So I feel like I'm probably just comfortable on Battlefield, so like I don't have like bad games against Falco on Battlefield. But then like I noticed that like I have way more success on FOD. I guess probably the laser, the platform laser stuff affects that.
Oh yeah, I think Fountain is like his best stage versus Falco. What do you find is good about FOD?
I feel like, well, I feel like what happens is the platforms just mess up both of our combos, to be honest. And so like, if it's messing up their pillaring, I can like, it's okay for me, or rather, I feel like it's more disruptive to Falco because like he gets his one chance and then just combos you like really hard versus like I feel like I can get more opportunities maybe. I also like being able to ride the wall.
Yeah, I'd say it's the hit. So I think the thing you're getting at is the hit direction. When Falco's comboing, he's comboing you up and down. He's like pushing you to the side as well, but like a lot of his like dynamic is like moving up and down. Which means that the platforms naturally play into that by offering places for like trajectory, edge cancels, and slide offs. Fox, if he doesn't want to deal with any of that, can just opt to hit you really hard with up smash. Or like up air. So like, and then he can just do follow-ups off of those. So I think that on Fountain of Dreams, a really common dynamic we see is that the value of single hits is much higher. Like, it's kind of a state. It's because it's so disruptive to set play style combo games. Like the value of individual attacks is like way boosted, and because of like just how often people get out, and nobody beats Fox when it like on the basis of the value of a single powerful hit. Nobody beats Fox.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I think Fountain of Dreams is honestly one of Fox's best levels. It's just like it's probably one of his best levels, just broadly speaking. I just think that people traditionally don't like it with him for whatever reason.
because the platforms just feel weird. Yeah, I think that's probably all.
Yeah, it's just like it's weird and I don't like it. It's like, okay, do you have a reason for that? And they're like, well, no. It's like, no, I just told you it's weird and I don't like it.
That's honestly how I used to feel, but now I started liking it a lot more.
He DI'd. I cannot believe he got this DI. Look at this. So he's going straight down. He still gets good DI on it. That's actually crazy. Like, see? Same thing. Got good.
Yeah, same thing.
Cody's DI is unreal, and it doesn't even matter. So I think one thing that I would probably point out is that kind of defense, like survival, like defense that's based on survival DIing for a while, while it is effective versus Falco, I don't think it's necessarily the most effective way to like gain margin in the matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at. I think that there was some. Let's take a look at how he came back in this game. So Mango is like Mango's up pretty, not really significantly here yet, but like he's now, I would say, like, okay, no, he gets the kill here. He gets a big combo when he comes back. That's when he's up a lot.
Yeah, it looked like he was up a lot, like a full stock.
So notice how Cody is kind of taking his time getting in. One of the things I want to point out is that like we've talked about the one short hop laser zone, right?
Yes, yeah, we did.
So look at how Cody like establishes that, gets into the and we've also talked about how the half short hop laser zone is quite good, but you have to get there without getting hit, right?
Yeah.
So look at how Cody sets this up from his respawn. Like he loses the exchange, but he got into a position where he actually had real options to fight Mango with, like really effectively. You see that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's slow this down to let's slow this down and break down why this is so good. Okay, so he goes up here. So talk to me. What are Mango's options here?
I guess if he wants to pursue, he can full hop or just control the ground because I guess Cody's gonna have to come down eventually.
True. What does controlling the ground look like here?
I guess like probably just try and like mirror wherever Cody goes and like follow under or like stay under him.
Do you want to be under Fox?
I guess this is part of where like I'm unsure because like I feel like I feel like well, I guess you could fish for shine or something like that, and then that doesn't really feel good. Or like the Fox can go for a shine, and that doesn't really feel good. I feel like when I'm in a position like this, I feel like I want to be able to like drill the Falco, and I feel like I don't get it as frequently as I think it should happen. Maybe.
If Falco, so if one thing, okay, I'm starting to see what's going on. No, I'm starting to see some things here. So let me ask you, How often would you say Falco is actually being hit on the ground in general?
Actually being hit on like while standing on the ground.
Yeah, like how often do you think that you hit like when you're in this position versus Falco? How often do you like hit Falco when he's just on the ground?
Probably pretty rarely, to be honest.
Yeah, so why are we looking for drill? Why don't we back air him or nair him?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so that's one thing. Next thing, how good on average would you say Falco is at attacking this yellow block?
I feel like he's pretty strong at it. Like I feel like
No, giving your I need honesty. Otherwise
Yeah.
I can't work with anything else.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like he's able to go onto the plat like fairly easily with like I don't know, just like a jumping shine or something like that. And then I feel like I tend to be kind of scared of him when I'm in that area, just because like
Keep going.
I'm trying to yeah, sorry. I try to like I feel like either I drop down and then he has like the option of like up tilting in place or something, or I stay up there and it's like a 50-50 whether he jumps up and goes for shine or I stuff him out there maybe. Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like he tends to be kind of good there in the yellow area.
Okay. That's not really consistent with general perception of him, though. Like, you're talking about going up here with, like, say, his Shine Waveland, right?
Yeah.
Technically, that is punishable from shield. Like, that isn't safe if you Shine out of shield or shield grab it.
Yeah.
The other thing is, like, if you just automatically shield drop bear, like, as a reflex just for something hitting your shield here, that will also get him. So
I need to do that more. I feel like I never do the shield drops on shield hit, to be honest.
That will be a big factor. So this is already something good that we're observing. So shield drop, no S drop, we need to like on hit.
Yeah.
So do you know how the shield drop on hit mechanic works?
So I've like done it in Uncle Punch. I think it's just like as soon as they hit you, like if you're holding shield and they hit your shield, you just push the stick into the like the notch and then go for the shield drop after the like. Oh, okay. I don't know any of these these like actual okay, 4 frames before shield stun ends.
Yep.
Okay, 4 frames before. Okay.
Yeah. So that's like a big thing because like you don't actually have to wait for a shield stun to be over. You can be early.
Okay, I totally thought you had to wait for a shield stun to be
it's buffered.
over, to be honest.
It's a buffer.
So basically, I move it down into like the shield drop notch 4 frames before shield stun ends?
Yeah, so like how it would look as an input would be like, so you're holding like this, right? So you're holding like this, just purely horizontal, and then within 4 frames of shield stun elapsing, you would move it down here.
So if I'm holding shield with like no neutral direction, do I move my stick to the horizontal notch as soon as they hit my shield?
Yep, you can do that.
Okay, I think that's what because I do think I tend to be in shield without holding a direction, but I think I can just like move it as soon as they hit my shield and then go for the shield drop.
Yeah, it depends on the situation for me. Like, I can do it either way. Holding the direction in advance is easier, but specifically when you're going for back airs, it's kind of like it's kind of wacky because you can't dash into it as easily.
Yes.
That said, if you are wave landing, if you're wave landing, like say like you're wave landing to the right here, like you're going this way, then you could hold your shield back during that, and then it gives you better coverage on your exposed back leg too. So there's like lots of ways that you can like make this easier on yourself, that you might like, that you might find makes it easier on yourself. But like the big thing is just like experimenting with what works for you. There's also generally nothing wrong with like if you're facing this way and you hold forward. A lot of times shield dropping into shine is pretty good too. It's like super fast. So like having the not having to go through the input, like the extra, like being able to front load part of the input by holding shield forward, Especially if you're dealing with something fast like Shine Wave lands and you want to go for like a fast reversal like Shield Drop Shine. That can be quite handy. So I would say like as one thing is try holding forward. Try holding forward.
Okay. Okay. Well, I will. When I'm playing and I like know I'm going to be in this position, I'll try doing that then.
Yeah, because this is huge. Because he shouldn't be able to just attack. Like, one of the things about him, one of his big weaknesses, is if he wants to attack you on this platform, like, let me show you what, like, how does he do it other than the shine? He, like, full hops and goes all the way up here.
And then I can just hit him out of it, usually, yeah.
Yeah, and, like, what if, or he comes down, or, like, he full hops above you and comes down, then you just shield drop preemptively, and he's, like, or shield drop waveland, or, like, wave dash out of shield even, and, like, what does he do? Like... He's actually very bad at attacking these spots from below, believe it or not.
Okay, so I just feel like this is hard because I don't do the counterplay, basically.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say he's like... Okay, very bad is a bit of an exaggeration. Like, as a space animal, there's no position he really truly is awful at attacking. But there's a reason why, like, platforms are such, like, a ubiquitous zone that people play for versus this character. So, like, side plat in general, like, this is kind of, like, the safety zone. I would say he's actually better in general at attacking the top platform. The reason for that is, like, this, I would say this space here and this space here are often, like, places that we play for versus Falco in terms of just, like, setting things up. You can't be predictable. Again, his back air is insane. He's got up air shield poke, like, short up air shield poke stuff. Like, he's got counterplay, but it's like, this is good, and this is good. Up here is a little awkward. It's good defensively in the sense that, like, it's hard to approach, but, like, realistically, I think that Falco is going to either basically go up here, or he's going to go under one of these and, like, kind of set up. He doesn't really have an interest in being under Fox's, like, full hop zone. So, or sorry, like, falling aerial zone. Because when he's under here, he kind of understands that, like, if he jumps up there, he's, like, if Falco jumps up here, he's at risk of, like, a lot of things happening. Like, let's say that Falco decides from here that he wants to come up with, say, I don't know, like, what's a movie might do? Back air? Back air makes some amount of sense?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So what if Cody blocks it?
I guess then he can just shield drop and hit him out of it.
Shield drop shine, which basically, remember, shield drop shine is like, it hits on one.
Yeah.
So, like, that's crazy. In addition to shield drop shine, another thing he might do is, I don't know, shield grab him. Like, again, he's coming up through the bottom of your shield and then basically hitting, like, goes up here before landing, right? So, like, if he's hitting the bottom of your shield here, and then he's still traveling upwards, he's very often gonna be unsafe just to, like, standard stuff. So that's a problem. Like, he has to basically space that. But if he's spacing that, it means he's not really going into him in the same way. He's probably going, like, more over here, which makes him very dash danceable.
Yeah.
So, like, I would say that, like, shield, mixing up between shield and dash in this spot from Fox's side is very, very good. Because you can see how he can maneuver really, really effectively. Like, the other thing here is, like, if Falco lands on this top platform, if Fox doesn't go all the way to the ground, like, let's say Fox decides to go to, like, the side platform, instead, if Falco lands from back air, lands and L cancels from back air up here, and Fox is down here, like, that's such a money position for Fox, right? Like, you can just hop up with drill, you can hop up with up air, hop up with back air, you can jump, shine, waveland forward. Not that I do that one necessarily. Although you can kind of, like, sometimes proc OMS attacks because of the L cancel if they did a hard press. So, like, there's a lot of really powerful stuff you've got going on here. I would say that, like, the Fox's ability to, like, navigate from here to here to here, like, from here to here and then also to here from this position gives him a lot of paths out of this situation. And then he's also pretty good at holding the platform itself if he wants to do that. So I think that really... this is kind of, like, the strength of Fox here. He has, like, multiple different platform divergences, that like multiple positional divergences, and he is also good at holding his current spot. Even if he's not necessarily all that capable of attacking Falco exactly where he is, unless Falco gives him something to work with, I think it makes a lot of sense that Falco generally goes, like, here, or competes for, like, goes here, or does, like, hit and run up here.
Yeah. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. And actually, this, like... seeing the zones laid out kind of does visually like match what uh does visually match like some of the games I play, I feel like. So uh okay. Yeah, this totally makes sense.
Yeah, and the one thing I'd add is that, like, generally speaking, there's kind of like a going from here to here is generally like not recommended.
Yes.
So, but going from here down here is only kind of like gently discouraged. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that you can't do it, but like it's one of those like you probably shouldn't. You shouldn't. It's not as like as much of a hard stop. Like neither of these are hard stops. I want to be clear about that. But the idea, but going from this is a lot of space to travel, even as the fast fallers. So
Yes,
like,
yeah.
So like this is kind of a thing that people play it for. A very common bait is like getting people to like exit the top platform and then like try to attack into them, and then they just like it doesn't work. Basically, they just get out of the way. We're gonna see that dynamic a lot. Let's take a look at what they're doing. So he gets out of the way, gets to the side platform, and then navigates down into the fighting stance. So even though that he didn't get the hit there, he was able to put himself in the spot where he needs to be in order to interact with Mango's like game as a whole.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Because like you might like the thing is Falco's a top tier. Like he's the best neutral character in the game. You might still lose that exchange, but the important thing is if you can replicate that position where his lasers are not safe and you're able to play like to your scrapping tools and the strength of your superior speed and like jump squad. Yeah, like Falco is like Falco's in hot water because you'll all remember he has an extra +2 startup time on all of the things he's doing relative to you. So that auto cancel back air, if you just nair into if you nair into him at the same time he sets that up, like he goes for that, like dashes away to like
2 frames basically.
Yeah, you're just +2. Like he has to work pretty hard. You could still even, and the thing is because of that, now we're into like the fun stuff where it's like, okay, well, since I anticipate he's going to try to like overcome his like 2-frame weakness by like those 2 frames by like going earlier because he kind of has to. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to then dash dance. I'm gonna pretend I'm gonna pretend I'm interested and then back off and then I'm gonna walk forward slowly and then watch him like back air away and then I'm gonna down tilt under him. Like you have like, or I'm gonna run in and shield it.
Yeah, I do the run and shield to be honest a lot.
Yeah, so like maybe we need some more variety here. Like look at how on him Cody is like this entire stock. He's just like boom, 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 hit, hit, hit. Like he never lets go of them, and that is what it takes to beat this character. Like it's not resetting to neutral is not a good thing. Now, one thing I want to also clarify is that this shield is actually very good. Like, these shields that Cody's going for, I don't really love that up here, but I get why you did it. So, lasers. Let's talk about lasers. Do you know how much stun a laser does on shield versus on hit?
No, I don't know the difference.
So, I think that take laser stuff is like honestly should be looked at as a last resort, particularly if you're a good character that isn't Captain Falcon or Marth. Because for everyone else, for all us like, you know, actual for all the demigods, the thing about them is that like lasers do 11 frames of, assuming scaled, because it's like those are generally
because they're spamming it.
Yeah, like it's almost laser is always going to be one of their last 9 moves, unless they just literally respawned. So lasers do 5 frames of shield stun when they're scaled at all. I think it's 2 for hit lag, 3 for shield stun, or something like that. When they are fresh, they're more. I believe there's 7 in total, but like 5 is what you would generally be working with. If they hit you, they do 12 if fresh, 11 if not. So
it's like double.
Take laser like stuns you for double the amount of time. So I'm not really a fan of take laser, like generally speaking, which is why I like these shields. Because even at these ranges, if Mango hits like Cody with his shield, like see what I mean? He actually can just get out of it. So you see, like, he just immediately jumps in response to, like, the next action, because he can. He full hops around him. And you see how he uses the side platform for this, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Also, Marth Killer. You might not have caught it, but he's holding his shield forward to Marth Kill.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So, why do you think this is good?
If it pushes him off, like he can, I feel like he can just dash dance on the ground, and like doesn't need to play like or he's like in a space basically where he can like fight Falco when they're both on the ground.
Yeah, what do you think would happen if Mango like waited and hit the other side of his shield if he didn't Marth Killer?
If he didn't Marth Killer,
Mm-hmm.
Then I guess like Cody's stuck on plat, and then Mango keeps going with the shine pressure probably.
Yeah, so it takes if you don't do the Marth Killer, there's a line down the middle of Cody's shield where it's like good to hit. Where it's good to hit him, because like if he hits this side, it's like this is good for Mango, this is bad for Mango. But by Marth Killering, none of this matters.
Okay, I accidentally end up in this position sometimes, and then like get the Marth Killer out, and then like it ends up being like, or feeling like it's a much more manageable position to play. So that makes sense that he's just like setting it up on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, because when he's getting caught, when he realizes he's been let out of the punish sequence, what he does is he does this. He does this with R or L. And that's it. That's all it takes.
Okay, that is something I should do intentionally.
It's really good. Like, I use this a lot as Ness, just because, like, a lot as Ness, just because his DJC forwards set up, like, teeter super easily. So a lot of, like, then some other Ness player, I think it was, Stinko, he figured out that, hey, if we just, like, hold forward when we shield here, like, we just Marth Killer, and I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. And I started doing it, and I was like, whoa, we can just, like, up your people. This is sick. We can up here near people. Like, let's go. Or we can just like instant double jump to safety if they're like if they did anything like even vaguely slow and spaced. So it's like
that makes sense.
Yeah. So let's see here. What does he do here? So how does he try to like solve this? Again, so you'll notice that he just full hops out of his shield after that laser hits. Because if like Mango comes forward, like if Mango comes forward more aggressively, like this full hop will deal with him. If he was like closer, it would also beat him. Mango, I think, is trying to catch wave dash forward with this, but like you can see how he's just like not really under all that much pressure. Like now,
okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Look at this. If Cody doesn't drift forward here, if Cody just operates in place, or like moves to the platform, what can Mango hit him?
No.
So yeah, like, and I get why Mango, like, I get the reason why Cody would like potentially like swing on this, and like because Mango has been attacking like somewhat regularly into this kind of spot forward, so this makes some amount of sense. Like, I'm not gonna say this play is bad or anything, but what I'm saying is the fact that he has like options over here and options over here and options to go up here, like this is part of what makes Fox's full hop so good in this matchup.
Yeah.
Because
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, because like again, you're the character. The main thing that Fox has going for him is the main thing that Fox always has going for him. He is the most mobile character. He has the most fluidity through positions, and Falco is kind of a character who works in lanes. So go into a different lane, like Falco's like stay in your lane, and he's like okay, which one? And Fox is like which one? He's
dodge
like,
the incoming truck.
Yeah, he's just like, first of all, how dare you? Second of all, like, which one? You'll need to be more specific. Yeah, like, from this full hop, like, his full hop probably went, like, what, from here to here? Ish?
Yeah.
So that, like, from...
around there, yeah.
Yeah, so on his way up, he can go to, like, he can double jump up here. Like, sorry, let me clean this up. So he can double jump up here. And then go to either of here. Stay here if he wants to. So we'll do the square for that because this is a position. He can head to this one later. He can also come kind of like drift forward the way he does and control like this and try to attack this kind of zone. Like he's got so much to work with. Whee.
Yeah, seeing it laid out like this, like there's just like I mean, literally the whole map or the whole stage, other than like under the side plat is his option. Yeah. So like I don't know why I feel so like or I don't know why I tend to feel so like limited, maybe.
It's probably just because you're used to like trying to solve. Well, I feel like so. This is what's tricky about Falco is I think we have to, and this will sound silly, but I feel like we have to remember the full stages there.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I mean, I do. I definitely forget about that.
No, but that's okay because like this is exactly like this is kind of my point. And remember, there's also an entire double jump mix-up here as well that we can also play for if we want offensively too, which creates a timing mix-up here. So like. So timing, no TM. But the point I'm getting at is that like because Falco like kind of like I feel like a common thing with Falco when we're fighting him is he gets us to focus really hard on trying to beat him in the lane he's in. He is kind of like convinces us like, hey, fight me in this spot. I know I'm like dominating here, but like I promise you there's a reversal coming. Maybe. And it never does. Or if it does, it like if it does, like, we just feel like we got a lucky hit, because we did.
Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, the thing is, like, we are Fox. We're kind of above this whole, like, needing to beg for our hits thing. So, like, we don't, like, ew. Like, absolutely not. So, I would say the biggest thing that one of the biggest things I would suggest to you specifically is just trying to, like, visualize your movement as being more of a, like, your movement is just more of a function of, like, where you want to be. You don't necessarily need to interact with him. Some situation, like, this is one of the matchups where I'd say that, like, it's difficult for Fox to get, like, sometimes, like, accept this, but some hands are not worth playing. A lot of hands are not worth playing, honestly. But because he has so many ways of winning, like, he kind of tricks you. I feel like the learning curve with Fox has a lot to do with understanding that even if you have answers, the spot still might not actually be good enough to play. And I think that no character, like, pushes this quite as hard as, like, Falco. Falco, maybe Climbers, but Falco's definitely up. Maybe Marth, maybe, but, like, Falco and Marth are definitely very high on the list.
Yeah, that makes sense.
How did he get this kill? So gets this. Shield poke.
Oh, nice. Shield poke, yeah.
I think, catches him.
Catches the double jump.
So something I want to point out here. So like
he spaces bear well.
So even if Mango doesn't actually land on the platform here.
Yeah, he fast fell through, right?
Why do you think so? Why I still think this was an excellent play by Cody. Why do you think this play was so good?
I guess if Mango lands on the plat, it's fine. Like Cody's still in like a good spot to play from, and then if Mango fast falls through, he just beat it with the bear.
What happens if Mango tries to defend himself here, with like say his own attack?
Cody ends up on the stage, and like if it trades, Cody ends up on stage and Mango ends up in the corner.
What happens if it doesn't trade? Like, what if Mango? Like, what happens to Mango? Like, what happens to Mango that like if he inputs an attack here?
If he he's forced to land on the plat, right?
So then what happens to his move? It probably disappears, doesn't it? Because he's lagging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did Cody put the bear like right on the plat basically?
No, you tell me. Let's see here.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if Mango spends like I think this is traveling actually at 60 FPS. So I think so. So let's see here. We'll know. 1, 2, 3, up. Yep. So Mango would land here. So 1, 2. Oh wait, what the heck? Oh god, surged. Okay, let's do this again. Yeah. So.
Oh, this is okay. I never thought about this.
So what can Mango do to be? There's technically something Mango can actually. Well, I don't even know if I think with how well Cody timed it. So he'd land here. So 1, 2, 3. This is all hit lag. 4. It would be close. I don't know if that hits through the platform or not. If it does, then Mango, even if he does the good play, that beats like the. If Mango goes TAS mode and goes Laserland Shield, then like fast fall Laserland Shield. If this hits through the platform, it doesn't work. If this is the frame that he hits, then it does work. So, and that's assuming he thinks to do that.
Yeah.
So like, this is a very well, like, this is the essence of the commentator combo. This is a truly spectacular back air. Because like you can see how it sharks so effectively exactly when Mango is reaching the platform, right?
Yeah.
This is a huge part of the sharking game that Fox plays versus Falco, and I really like that Cody timed it kind of conservatively, because you can outspace Falco's shield drop options. His shine is tiny, but what you cannot deal with is like getting knocked over and killed because you were a little too early, and then you wind up like you can't get double down aired there and lose. Like that is like the awful condition. So I think I give Cody a lot of props for how he played that. I think that was quite good. Let's look at Stadium, because I think this is the other stage. Like this is the other type of stage layout that we fight versus play versus Falco a lot. I guess there's okay. Am I crazy? But I feel like there's like 3 stage archetypes, not just like 2. Because I don't really like look at the triplat stages like all that similarly. I feel like there's high platform triplat, which would be like Dreamland and Battlefield, and low.
Yeah,
and
then like Todd and Yoshi's are their own thing.
Yeah, and then you've got like Pokemon and FD are kind of their own thing, except for Unfrozen, except for like Stadium Classic, which is just an abomination. Like I love it. I love that level, but like it sucks. I think can we acknowledge it sucks?
I do definitely feel differently about the stages where I can't just full hop to the top plat, or full hop and hit the top plat, I guess. So yeah, I kind of do feel like there's 3 as well, like big triplat, small triplat, and then like flat.
Yeah, so let's actually do something interesting here. So let's look at how Mango establishes his control and what Cody could do, and how Cody's fighting back. So jumping around the lasers, I think he's actually Cody's doing something Cody's doing really well. Like, look at this.
Yeah.
I think the earlier one, the first one was better, but like this one coming up is like way better. Like that was gorgeous. Because you can see how it like puts him into a position where he's just able to fight, right?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily that he gets rushed down here, because Mango is rushing him down. But, I mean, if Cody wanted to, he could. Like, if... It's that meme. It's like, if he wanted to, he could. Or he would. Like, if he just doesn't drill here, and just auto-cancels with Mango, like... Mango is at some amount of frame advantage, like passive frame advantage, because of the laser, but it's not enough for him to actually get a clean hit. So Mango has advantage. The value of that laser by Cody jumping around it is Mango has like a minor amount of advantage going into this interaction, but he only gets it here. Because if Cody deals with this, like deals with whatever Mango's push is or whatever his play is, Fox's natural speed then takes over on the next interaction. You can see that, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and that's why this play doesn't work, because Mango like used the frame advantage to get out of the way. So it's like Falco is this is Falco's like superpower. He is casting slow on his opponent.
Yeah, it's the like even if the lasers aren't hitting you, like you're landing, and so you're in like some amount of lag basically.
Exactly.
That's interesting. Okay.
He is casting slow on the opponent or cripple. Like
debuffs.
Yeah, no, but like unironically, yeah. And you can see like when Fox is on his ass, like he's significantly worse.
Yeah.
Because like now Cody's got serve, so he used that to take offensive an offensive like position, and now he's just like murdering him. So when Mango comes back, what do you think he's gonna do?
Try and slow him.
Yeah, he's gonna cast slow. Look at what he's doing. And then he gets his hit, gets another one because Cody tries to fight out of a spot to regain control. Yeah, and he's just like slow. I cast cripple. Like, fear.
That's a fun way of looking at it.
I cast cone of gold. Can we call like full hop triple laser cone of gold? I think that would be hype.
In League of Legends, a champion came back into the meta where he permanently slows you for like 2 seconds. So yeah, this feels very topical.
That's funny. I'm actually curious. Did Mango get the Smash GI on this?
Cody was saying that he's been getting, or like during the tournament he was hitting the Smash GI on the double shines.
Yeah, like you can see it happen here. Like boom.
Yeah.
And then he warps onto
Teleports.
the other side.
Yeah.
And then that's why he goes so he doesn't go anywhere. Oh, that's funny. That's so funny. I have thought that double shine sucks for like 10 years. So I feel very validated right now.
And you watch someone win a tournament because of it.
Okay, so hear me out. What is the advantage of the second shine?
It's supposed to send you at a weirder angle, right?
Yeah, because of the knockback stacking, and I get that.
Yeah.
But like, in what universe is just waiting for them to get to the end of their like trajectory where the knockback isn't stacking anymore, and then just shining them there? Like, what universe is that? When is that not good enough? That is my question. But you know what? Maybe I just don't understand. I'm willing to accept that. I don't know. Or like hit him forward with something, like, you know, weak hit into shine, into like chase off stage with shine. Like, you're gonna tell me that weak and air doesn't combo to shine there?
It definitely does, yeah.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's whatever. But that is something you could implement. And now again, Mango's respawned, so he's gonna just like do his like he's just gonna keep Cody contained this entire time. So then Cody's challenge is figuring out what to do about it. But you see how he's like put into these awkward positions because he's trying to like find counter hits. But like, I actually think that part of what Mango's doing here is he's like kind of making it weird. Like, I would not think down tilt here. There is no universe in which I would think down tilt here. What do you think he would normally do? Shine, jab,
shine, grab,
shine, jab, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like Mango goes for something with a really, really heavy shield out of shield timing compared to like the things that we're expecting from him, and then Cody looks like he messes up, right? So it's not just a matter of like Mango's doing good things. Like Mango's there's more ways that Mango is like trying to make this awkward for Cody, I guess.
Yeah.
In my opinion. And now Cody's going to respawn and try to, like, murder him with his, like, speed advantage, but Mango wisely retreats. This is, I think, why the stage is good for Falco. Because when Fox tries to murder you with his speed advantage, you have all this space behind the platform to work with.
Okay.
Because normally, if you go to the edge of the stage to run away from him, you're
underneath the plat.
Yeah, you're underneath his shield drop zone, and you just get, like, pinned there and killed. Again, really? No.
That's true, yeah.
He got it again. Like, it's crazy. How does he see the game so differently?
Yeah, Cody was saying that they played friendlies and Mango didn't do it a single time in friendlies and then did it the entire bracket.
You know what? It's almost like people don't play the same way in friendlies like they do in tournament. Crazy.
Yeah.
What a concept. Hey,
Very
just because
funny.
it's like, Cody, just because you and Zane do all your like crazy stuff against each other like all the time in friendlies, that does not mean that everyone else is going to. Like, I'm just throwing it out there. Perhaps there are competitive advantages in a game with so many unreactable positions that to like not showing them all your tricks. Perhaps. Oh, that was dirty.
Yeah.
You know what? What I really like about this? He has been like, so there's two things. So first of all, this laser that he does through him is, I think, genius. Because this is like something KG8 showed me. And like, so let's think about what options they're each playing around. So what do you think Cody is waiting for by holding block here?
What is he waiting for? Probably, I guess like Falco to hit the shield?
Yeah, probably like some kind of aerial.
Yeah.
Perhaps a back here. Perhaps an air. Perhaps another foot.
Yeah.
Like, maybe aim downwards. Something like that. I'd also say that like shines are got to be on his mind. Like anything, like any kind of like run jump cancel shine from that original position. Like, because he can probably go for Mango can probably go for that from here.
Yeah.
Maybe like he'd have to run a little bit more, but like definitely on the table.
Yeah.
But Mango goes for this laser. What do you think Mango's playing around?
I guess Cody's dash back.
Well, he's shielding. So
yeah, always.
So I would say roll. I would say roll.
Okay.
I would say roll away. I would say wave dash away. I would also say jump out of shield. Because remember, like Cody has to go all the way up, all the way down, and Mango's gonna auto cancel here, right? So he can just dash dance on landing.
Yeah. Okay, that's true.
So it's really just the only thing that it doesn't deal with effectively. And if Cody moves forward this way, like rolls forward, wave dashes forward, Mango is still safe. He's still probably at an advantage because he's going to auto-cancel land, which is going to take less time than Cody's Wave Dash, depending on the... Well, although that one depends on the timing. But really, the only thing that this is bad against is, like, the only thing that this... Like, all of the, this is kind of like an overshoot with where Cody can move at a shield. But if he's wrong, like, there's nothing... Like, nothing happens, really. Cody wisely holds shield, but then, like, gets caught on the next play. So...
Yeah.
Yeah. This is good. Like, that's good defense from both of them, and Mango just made the better decision at the very end of it, but, like, yeah. Good stuff. So I'm curious, what did Cody do here exactly with his respawn? Because I feel like he got hit. So he's aggression, Mango. This was really good. So this is a trap Falcos often do. Looking for you to, like, basically chase them too far with your intangibility. Every character does this, but Falco's version
This happens to me so often against Falco.
Yeah, because what they do is they basically run away and then try to, like, time the laser or time their aerial so that it intercepts you as you're coming forward.
Yeah.
So that's something to be mindful of. Now we've got, like, slow. Notice how much he's not drilling, by the way. Like, he's using his boxing aerials way more.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, the thing is, like, Falco's hitboxes, like, Falco, you need some amount of range on your tools to get into Falco's jump is a little higher than Fox's. So a lot of times, if they're in, like, nairs together, and Falco is going 2 frames sooner to compensate for his, like, slower jump, Falco will get his thing online. Like, Falco is better positioned to hit Fox than vice versa, just as a baseline for, like, their short hop heights.
So I feel like when I'm trying to trade, like, Bear with Nair or something like that, I feel like the Falco generally tends to win that.
Right. So you're not actually trying to trade. You're trying to outtime him.
Yeah, I guess that's the better... when I don't get the timing I want, that is what happens, yeah.
Yeah, because you're not... Well, and this is the thing. So I would suggest, if you're finding that Falco is always getting his moves out, if Falco is always winning the exchange or frequently winning these kinds of exchanges, what I would encourage you to think about is there a way that I can modify what I'm doing? Is there a way that I can go faster, or does it make more sense to bait him?
Yeah. I guess, like, when I'm in those situations, I can always think about, like, throwing in, like, a small dash dance and then, like, playing the next timing.
Yeah. You could also use your shield. Like, you could use your shield, you could, like, try to outrange him. Like, there's a lot of things you could do. Like, if you've got your back to him, there's nothing wrong with, like, up-tilting. Up-tilting is, like, part of how Leffen was so good at this matchup, right? So, like, a lot of Falco is figuring out know what it is? Have you ever, like, seen other, like, fighting games play? Like Street Fighter?
I'm so bad at recognizing, or not recognizing, but, like, I just never played any other fighting games, so I, like, don't recognize a lot of the stuff that goes on, yeah.
Okay, no worries. Well, in other fighting games, the way I'd describe it, like, if I were using an analogy, I'd be like, you need to DP him a lot.
Okay.
Or, like, you need to, like, anti-air him a lot, because he's just gonna he jumps a ton. A lot of his, like, base actions involve him jumping in some way. So you just have to be able to cover the spot he's going to jump into or that he's going to fall into. And you have to figure out which one is when you do each one. Because a lot of times, like, you remember, Falco's laser, like, a lot of times we don't, like, engage with him in, like, these distances because, you know, we're like, oh, what if he lasers or whatever? What if he goes for things? But a lot of his moves are slower than like, his laser's very slow. So if you rush him down during that, he just kind of gets hit. If he's at an unsafe spacing going into it, look at that wave dash off bear.
Yeah, I want to start doing that more, actually. It feels like it hits surprisingly far.
Oh yeah. Now and then look at Mango and then uses the counterplay. Like, he just kind of, like, chills there and waits for Cody to, like, overextend and gets that. And now he gets all this, and I would
big.
Like, this is big. Like, this is, like, kind of the disaster scenario. But, like, I feel like once Cody's out of here, he's going to have, like, a lot to work with. Like, see how he's just getting so much mileage out of just, like, kind of maneuvering around the lasers and Falco's jump trajectory? Like, gets that back. There's that back air with the platform we talked about earlier. Like,
ooh, the up tilt hit low.
Oh, yeah, no. Do you know where up tilt hits?
I know it has, like a I mean, the hitbox is kind of stupid.
It's like here.
And then, like, yeah, and then, like, combined with the Yoshis, it's, like, even worse.
Well, it's really good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you got it,
Yeah, maybe I'll say better. I'll say better.
Your character has, you know what? You're playing the best character because he's not because he sucks. Like that's how I view it. I'm playing Falco because he doesn't. Like I'm playing Falco nowadays because he doesn't suck. Like
Yeah.
and because he's interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah, like Ness fulfills my hipster character needs, but like now that Sheik is mainstream, I just can't go back to her. Nah, she's just a little too simple, I think. Like she's good, she's fun. Just I don't know. Do anything for 10 years, you know.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Look at how like dominant Cody has been this game, though. Like from this point onwards, look at how dominant he looks once he gets into control. Boom, just keeps going, never lets up. Like he comes down with like a hammer, disrupts the laser setup, covers the option, refreshes. Well, checks the clock during the refresh. I swear he did it. I know we can't see it, but I know he did.
He probably did, yeah.
And then like just boom. And then he's back in here, uses the platforms to like not be encumbered by Mango. Mango like concedes and takes like 12 damage and moves on with his day. And then like they're just now in like fighting. Like it's so hard for Mango to get in. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if he had done anything that isn't Shine there, the Shine works if Mango drifts differently. But like yeah, if he does anything else there, then like he wins the game. This is a trap to avoid, by the way. DIing away from Falco, like in these spots where he can do this, is like super, super, super deadly. So
yeah.
Where should have Cody gone?
I guess like. I mean, I guess he just has to go upright.
Like here?
Because
he goes over here, like he DIs off stage.
Yeah. So like on the stage.
What if I do? Okay, I'm gonna let you in on like a very dark secret. The other Falcos, please don't be mad at me. No DI.
Oh.
Because where does no DI go?
It just goes straight up on top of the side plat, right?
It goes like so Cody's like body is basically here.
Mm-hmm.
And Falco's trajectory is what, like here?
Yeah.
Okay. So what the heck does he do with that?
Yeah, I guess there's no follow-up, or no, like, easy follow-up.
There's no, like, you don't have the threat of dying on the table.
Yeah.
Like, he has a lot of things he can go for, but, like, none of them instantly vaporize you. Which is,
whereas
like,
DIing out is just, like, instant death.
Yeah, like, DIing out means that, like, sometimes you will just, like, actually concede your stock here. So, like, let's formalize this a bit. So I think that this is roughly centered. I don't know. Maybe over here. Yeah, that looks a little better. So by DIing off stage here, he goes like basically all the way over here. And you could also like play for top platform if you wanted to, but like I don't really think there's anything good up here because you're just making it easier for him to Shine Firebird you. Or like get like stuff up here. So I think that going here is nice because there's three reasons. So one, with this, you don't go here, you don't go here. This is good. In addition to that, the other big thing that really appeals to me is that we're so close to an edge.
Yeah.
So like if we're ever going to hit like a trajectory edge cancel or some stuff to like get out, we want to be near this thing because this is our ticket out of this. So it puts us close to like a very important relevant defensive stage feature that we want to play off of. Like this is wonderful because like we're here, like we're going to be about here and this is here. So like this is good. In addition to that, the other thing that really appeals to me is that like what if we're not really, we can kind of like look at his angle, like the way that he's angling when he's coming up to like follow up on us, and we can kind of distill a lot of his intention based on what he's doing, based on how he comes up. Like if he comes up at say facing if he wave dashes over here and then dash jumps full forward, what does that probably mean he's doing?
Wait, sorry, wave dashes towards the stage and then dash jumps.
Let's say he wave dashes, because he recognized what side he's on. He wave dashes over here, and then he just, like, jumps up full for like going like this, like going at this angle. I'll make it a different color.
That would probably be like a bear, right?
Yeah. What if he jumps up like this and then start like right above us?
Dare.
Right. So you can kind of like it's not foolproof. Like again, people can like add depth. Like people can vary things to like make it obscure, but you can see how like we can kind of distill meaning from this, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. We are at time, but I wanted to ask you, was this helpful? Did you learn anything?
Yeah, this was really helpful. I feel like I need to definitely internalize some of this because I think actually this was like definitely a lot. I want to really play versus a Falco now and like try and not like flowchart, but like be more methodical in my like approaches. I think this is a lot that I feel like I don't do any of right now. So yeah.
Yeah, so let's like formalize this really quickly. So I'm thinking maneuvering around platforms, around platforms and stage, from platforms and stage.
Yeah.
Moving to different zones from full hop out of shield.
Yes.
Using Bear and Nair to box Falco, Falco bracket, leveraging Fox's if not working, consider ask, can I go faster? Or do I need to bait?
Yeah.
I would also say then using full hop and platform movement, to move around lasers into the into the 0.5 short up laser distance. So you can fight Falco fairly, i.e. without him being backed up by laser stun. And I would also say that shield over greater than take laser. Generally, there are spots where take laser will be better, but it's mainly better because shield equals half the stun as take laser, and you're more actionable / can full hop on approaching aerial behind laser. And aside from that, I think those are the big ones. Oh, Marth Killer.
Marth Killer, yeah.
Yeah, Marth Killer on side. Marth Killer when wave landing. Marth Killer when you are on the very edge of a platform
and then consider no DI to avoid certain death.
No DI is a real option. The big thing I would say about the diagram is it's not so much that no DI is good here because no DI is good in general. It's more that like if you think about where Falco wants, like we want to think about DI more as like where is the opponent good at killing us? And I think that like we can agree that like if we make the areas red, he's very good at killing us up here once he's done a certain amount of damage, and he's also very good at killing us over here, just generally speaking.
Yeah.
So with that, by process of elimination, the good spots to DI must be not there because this is certain death over here, because he can just spike us. So then less than certain death would be like here because this is just a DI mix-up and then he spikes us. So with that logic, what's the best place to be? It's here.
Yeah.
So this is the magic area.
That makes sense. Yeah.
This is less bad, so like, this is like plus, this is plus, this is and this is like, no, this is like I can't put enough X's here, so I'm not going to try, but like, and that would be like that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so DI is a function of where it puts us, not like just do this thing, and I think this is a good starting and a good entry point to that. All right. I know that this is a lot, so I will let you go. But
no, thank you so much, KK.
Remember to like, subscribe, and take care, Harsha. Okay.
All right, see you.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.